So Shedeur Sanders responds to the haters like Tony Graci and many others who said he's sabotaging his own self because he reported his own injury.
In college. Yeah, in college it was often. It's just adjusting to starting and stopping. Honestly, that's all it truly is. Sometimes you're going hot, then you'll wait for a second, then you'll get cold, then get back hot, then get cold, and my arm and body wasn't used to that, so it's just an adjustment like within the body, within my arm.
So you think you're back to 100% today?
Yeah.
Experience.
In college. Yeah, in college it was awesome. It's just adjusting to starting and stopping. Honestly, that's all it truly is. Sometimes you're going hot, then you'll.
So he broke it down right there. Let's never negate the part Shador. Well, let's speak in hyperboles. Did you see Mary Kay being the tweaker? We're just speaking in hyperboles, bro. Did you see the tweaker out there just... She's thirsty as hell for more salacious stories. I bet you she spins this. Let's look at Mary Kay again. Look at her. You see this lady? Look at this tweaker. She's not a lady. My fault. She's not a lady at all. Look at that tweaker. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. The unmitigated galls to stand in front of that man that you dirtied his name and spread false information. I'm off the tweaker right now, Mary Kay. Let's stick to Shedeur Sanders responding to the quote unquote so-called injury. He's explaining to y'all it was never really an injury. It's a soreness that I felt that I actually been going through. It's a climate change. I went through it in Colorado and I didn't have to sit out. Remember, he's not the one who decided to sit out, Tony Graci. It was the Cleveland Browns medical staff. Well, at least I hope it was, because part of me believe it was Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam sabotaging. I really believe that, but I'm not going to get into that. The medical staff sat him out and made him miss an entire day of practice. Why do you think he's there right now playing? He know how urgent this is. According to Tony Graci, this is the reason why Shedeur got injured and didn't play. Basically, he came at the brother.
He's got the fewest reps in camp. He's got a sore arm. Why? Well, people say he throws a lot before practice and after practice. Well, how counterproductive is that?
I'm sure there's a method to the madness.
What is it?
He's trying to get his arm right, Tone. I'm sure he's probably practiced more now than he has at any point in his career.
Well, it obviously was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus, God, would you give him a chance?
Well,
my God, because his arm's sore? Yeah. What, that's a negative, that the kid's got a sore arm?
Yes.
Because he's working too hard? The hell out of here.
Working against who?
Get out of here. You got an agenda with that. You're going to, you know what, Tone? That's going to bite you in the ass.
What's wicked about Tony Graci, for some reason, he makes me laugh. You feel me? Gets me mad and I laugh. Because right there, he laughed about it. Meaning that he knows he's full of BS, bruh. He knows it. He's getting his own co-host angry at him. And the other co-host put his head down like, damn, Tony, not again. Because they can see visibly people are going to literally take it as Tony being evil towards groups of people based on, yeah, this thing right here, the people who look like me. You can't get around that. But for Tony to make it look like Shedeur is failing himself, Shedeur is not leading the charge. Meanwhile, Tony Graci is out there placating towards a scrub quarterback by the name of Gabriel. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this scrub. Hang on. I wanted to post it. There we go. Look at it and tell me if I'm lying. This guy isn't injured, but they say he processes the information correctly. Look at him. Look at the little engine that couldn't. The little engine that couldn't. Gabriel, a.k.a. the little engine that couldn't. My God, I'm done. I hate watching his highlights because it's insulting the real football fans who know the game of football, and you're trying to tell us this is an actual NFL professional quarterback. I think my daughter is taller than this dude, bro. I'm not joking. My daughter is very tall. It's scary, bro. It's just that scary, but The fallacies of the media, bro, like Mary Kay was one of the people who over exaggerated and lied about the injury. Instead of her with the camera recording Shedeur, she should have been having a notepad. Forget about that. And it's not to reference or to be part of her job. It's for her to go write and annotate everything he's saying so she can remember why she's a piece of crap tweaker each and every day, so she can know that she's a liar. Because you wrote lies in articles about his so-called injury. Shedeur wanted to play that day. He didn't want to sit out. Cleveland Browns forced him to sit out. What part of that aren't you guys recouping and understanding through his conversations and communication with you so-called high IQ fallacies of creatures? I have to pretend there's fairness going on, and I have to pretend if I say something, I'm really the problem. I'm really the professional Vic, even though I'm just calling out what we see. I'm not even crying about it. But they move the goalpost so much, a demon doesn't know when it's wicked. It doesn't. Tony Graci is out here being weird. You know who's the weird one of all? I did a separate video on Dylan Gabriel just now about this conversation in a press conference right here where they still keep claiming that he processes the information.
He's got the fewest reps.
Hang on.
Great question, because you always want results, but I think more than anything, it's consistent results. So if you don't have a process you can truly hang your hat on, then you're leaving it up to chance, or maybe it's more inconsistent rather than having a strong process. And of course, you know how the game of football goes. There's a lot of positives. There may be some negatives, but there's also something to priding yourself on your process and how you work and how you approach it. And for me, I think you build up that process and you want to see results, and it will come. And
I'll tell you what process the Cleveland Browns do build up. You, Duck. They build up Dylan Gabriel as if they believe in him. But in the same breath, the owner keeps referencing how he's very cordial and good friends with the Manning family. Then he echoes the sentiment of all the people who feels the same way, as far as they feel the Cleveland Browns should draft Arch Manning next. Even though Arch Manning didn't really prove much yet. Do I like Arch Manning? Yes. Do I think he was highly overrated coming out of high school? Yes. But I seem to kind of like him now. I never hated the kid. I just thought his game was just overhyped. But seeing him last year during certain pressure dodge situations, I like Arch Manning, but I haven't seen generational talent yet. I think the little cousin, Peyton Manning's son, Marshall, I seen more skill set in the footwork than Arch Manning. If you want to be for real, I think Peyton Manning's son is going to be a problem. I seen him throwing to Jamar Chase, and I'm like, sheesh. And forget about the arm. A lot of guys got good arms at the young level and elder level. I looked at the footwork. He got it. So this whole thing with Jimmy Haslam overhyping the Manning family should be insulting to every quarterback there. If your name isn't Joe Flacco, because we know Joe Flacco about to retire, but Kenny Pickett should feel insulted by that owner. Dylan Gabriel should feel insulted, and Shedeur Sanders. So don't force me to believe into the fact that Shedeur had an injury and that now that's going to be used as the reason why that young man didn't get a favorable chance or whatever. Oh, it's Shedeur's own fault. He shot himself in the foot. That's what Mary Kay and guys like Tony Graci are basically trying to say here. But us right here, we know better. And we know the charade and the facade that you guys placate out here. And we know what segment and what community that's best for your stability at your job, and what's best for your interest or their interest. It's a group of people who hate us. That's who you placate towards, and that's who you pander towards, because it's good business for a guy that looks like me to call out people who look like me. And it's good business for guys who look like Jimmy Haslam and women who look like Jimmy Haslam to just spread false information and propaganda all day long against people who look like me. It's been going on and on for generations upon generations. I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. All my videos don't bend the knee and I don't fold. I don't walk through a Nori door, and it upsets even other melanated people who looks like me. Yes, there are content creators right now going, I can't stand DJ Bless One because I never had to do what they have to do to get the views they get. We still good over here. And they don't like us. A lot of people done shunned us, even on this platform itself. Years ago, even before I talked about priming them, because I always day one speak about the love of people who look like me. Unconditionally, I'm unapologetically melanated. Are you? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. And there's a difference between me and your favorite YouTubers. Your favorite YouTubers do this for monetization interests. Some of them never even spoke upon Coach priming them until of recent, right? Me, I was day one doing it. You can't lie. Even prior to Coach Prime becoming a coach, even when he was with Overtime Elite, he was getting the same hatred while he was coaching at private school. But the hatred increased when he dared to defy the place of a boy. You know what they call us. You know, I got an uppity knee grumps. Man, I'm out of here, man. Loving each and every single one of y'all. Deuce and peace, man.